So it looked like Chennedy Carter is struggling to find a team after she assaulted Caitlin Clark.
Can a single push really end your career? For Chennedy Carter, it just might. One moment of lost control has made her women's basketball's most radioactive player, dropped by her 4th WNBA team, with 0 others willing to sign her despite her obvious talent. The fallout has been devastating. Angel Reese, once a close friend of Carter, unfollowed her on social media, the modern-day equivalent of slamming the door in someone's face. But that wasn't all. Her own teammates pushed management to cut ties with her before next season. When the people who share your locker room want you gone,
Chennedy Carter WNBA career looked like it could be over, guys, because the Chicago Sky is releasing her. They don't want nothing for her. They want her to go about her business.
That's right. Free agency is nearly over. And while Angel Reese is currently in China bawling her heart out, not a single team in the entire WNBA wants anything to do with Chennedy Carter. So let's take a trip down memory lane and revisit how Carter managed to throw away her entire WNBA career in less than a minute.
Now, we all remember what happened on that fateful day last year, bro, when she took it upon herself to put her filthy thug hands on WNBA player Caitlin Clark. I knew then her future was not going to be very bright, bro.
Let's watch exactly what happened on that fateful day between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. What started as just another game quickly turned into a career-defining catastrophe for Carter. The tension had been building from the opening tip-off. Both teams battled competitively, with Caitlin Clark making her presence felt throughout the first quarter. She dominated the court, showcasing why she's become the face of the WNBA. And with each successful play she made,
shortly before that moment, what appears to be an exchange of words between the two on the other end of the court.
By the second quarter, Carter's frustration was written all over her. Tense shoulders, clenched jaw, and narrowed eyes. Struggling to contain Clark on defense, she was repeatedly beaten off the dribble and caught out of position, her struggles unfolding on national television. The breaking point came midway through the third quarter when Clark drained a deep three, right over Carter's outstretched hand, sealing a night of visible frustration and embarrassment. Then came that defining split second. Carter delivered a hard
and Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Chennedy Carter.
This wasn't a basketball play or a competitive moment. It was a complete breakdown of professional conduct that silenced the arena. The crowd's reaction shifted instantly. The usual game noise vanished, replaced by audible gasps that rippled through the stands. Then came the booing, not just scattered disapproval, but a unified wall of sound from fans across the arena, their hands raised in disbelief at what they had just witnessed. It was a cheap shot, plain and simple. Clark's face showed pure confusion rather than anger. Her expression seemed to ask, "What was that for?"
Expecting it, but I think it's just like, just respond, come down, let your play do the talking. You know, it is what it is, I guess.
A courtside scout provided the most damning assessment. "I've never seen anything like it. It wasn't just the push, it was the energy behind it. That's not what we want in this league." That statement alone underscored why this momentary lapse wasn't just a bad decision, it was career suicide for Carter.
I knew then her future was not going to be very bright, bruh. Now, a lot of people was kind of surprised by this. I'm not, because I know, you know what I'm saying, what she did to Caitlin Clark was completely unnecessary. And I'm here to tell you guys, she's living with that decision today because she is
Because she is now without a job, this incident represents far more than just a shove. It directly undermined the WNBA's tireless efforts to grow its audience at a crucial time. The widely circulated footage didn't just capture the foul, it showcased blatant unsportsmanlike conduct, leaving multiple WNBA scouts and executives visibly disgusted by such a clear breach of the professional standards every player is expected to uphold.
People was wondering on Twitter and X, why come she haven't found the team? I'm here to tell you, This ain't rocket science, is why she ain't found the team. I don't know why people be so surprised. Oh my God.
Do you know what separates a recoverable mistake from a career-ending one? It's how you respond afterward. Carter had the easiest path to redemption sitting right in front of her. A simple, "I lost my cool," would have changed everything. Instead, she chose the path of self-destruction in that post-game interview.
She turned to you a little bit after the fever
I ain't
score.
answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
When reporters asked her directly about the incident, Carter's response left jaws on the floor. There was no hint of accountability, just cold denial, as if millions of viewers hadn't just watched what happened. Her body language made things even worse. Arms crossed, eyes rolling, the classic posture of someone who sees themselves as the victim rather than the aggressor.
Do you have any regrets on how it happened and everything that's happened since then?
I don't have any regrets with anything. I'm going to compete and play 100% hard no matter who it is, like I said, or who we're playing. No, I don't have any regrets.
The league was practically begging her to show some remorse. Fans were waiting, her team was hoping, but instead of taking that lifeline, Carter doubled down. Hard. She took to social media, firing back at critics, turning what could have been a one-day story into a full-blown career crisis. One WNBA executive put it bluntly,
Posting, "I love the hate more than the love. I'd rather you hate me than love me."
think about all the players who've made mistakes on the court before. Most of them immediately own it, apologize, take the fine or suspension, and move on. But Carter's pride wouldn't let her say the simple words that could have salvaged everything. Instead, she turned what could have been a minor footnote in her career into the headline that now defines her. What makes this situation even worse is how her response confirmed what teams were already whispering behind closed doors.
Caitlin Clark, and then she refused to own up to what she did. What organization want to deal with that?
Teams cutting ties with talented players doesn't happen over a single mistake. It happens when patterns emerge. And Carter's pattern stretches across 4 different franchises. Ever wonder why a player averaging double-digit points keeps bouncing from team to team? The truth about what her Sky teammates were saying behind her back reveals a much bigger problem than just one shove. While everyone focused on the Caitlin Clark confrontation, Carter's real troubles with her own teammates were already reaching a breaking point.
And according to multiple sources, the Sky decision to not offer her their leading scorer is making a big impact onto why. Now, I'm here to tell you guys, we already know why, bro.
Multiple sources from inside the Chicago Sky confirmed that several players were completely done with her. Like a cancer eating away at the core of team unity, Carter's behavior created an atmosphere so toxic that teammates actively campaigned to management, pushing them to remove her from the roster before the next season even began.
What happened to the culture? Who torched the culture? Who's selfish on the team that would cause the culture to melt?
This kind of teammate rebellion reveals deep-rooted issues that have followed Carter throughout her WNBA career. Her time with the Atlanta Dream is a perfect example of how severe her locker room problems have been. During that stint, she reportedly got into a heated altercation with teammate Courtney Williams, one that escalated dramatically. Sources say Carter actually wanted to physically fight Williams after being called out for not supporting her teammates during games. I mean, who tries to fight their own teammate?
The only coach in the league that wanted to give her a third chance was fired after 1 year. She's going nowhere as no team wants the cancer in the locker room. Okay, so that raises a great question. Is anybody going to want her? Maybe that's the best question.